Hi everyone, Mr. Brandt here, ready for the drawing of the day. Today we're going to do something a little different. With all this stuff going on in the world, I was thinking of some drawings that I loved to do when I was your age. And one of the ones that made me think is a long time ago when I was in elementary, I drew, and I always loved to draw, Garfield the cat. And I drew a Garfield for my grandma, and she hung it up on her fridge, and I'm going to tell you what, that thing stayed there for probably 20 years. She loved having that Garfield. So I thought this might be a good time to draw a little Garfield, and maybe you could send it to your grandma or grandpa or aunt or uncle, or even your mom and dad could put it up on your fridge, and then you can have a drawing like what Mr. Brandt did when he was little. So we're going to start off in the middle of the paper. I'm going to go up a little bit to right about here, and we're going to start by drawing his little oval nose like that. So we have Garfield's little oval nose. Then we're going to go at the top, we're going to draw a straight line down. So I'm going to go about right up here, and I'm going to draw a straight line down to start his eyes. Now Garfield has big oval eyes, and so they're going to come around to the nose. And so what I want to do is I want to draw a big oval that comes down to one side of the nose, and a big oval that comes down to the other side. One of the neat things about Garfield, he always looks like he's tired or grumpy or lazy. So we're going to come just above the nose, and we're going to draw his sleepy little eyes. So we draw a line across, and then we just come in and we do a little pupil that's peeking out of his eyelids, just like that. Okay? The next, we're going to draw part of his nose. So we're going to come out right outside that line, and we're going to draw a line that comes in to the middle of his nose, just like that. And then we're going to do one on the other side. We're going to come down and draw a little line like that. Now he has little tuft here, so we're going to draw two little lines like that. To draw Garfield's little cheeks, we're going to start right here. We're going to come around, so we're going to come just like this and just like this, coming around and making that little cheek. And then I'm going to do two little lines like that. Now Garfield has three little dots coming here, just like that. And then hopefully now we can go to his head. So we're going to go back up to where the eye is, and we're going to start right here. We're going to draw a line that kind of comes out this way, and we're going to draw a line that comes out this way. Kind of looks like two horns, but it won't be. Now we're going to come back down. This is going to be the inside of his ears, just like that. And then on the inside, right here, we're going to come and we're going to draw like a letter V right in there for his two little ears. Now Garfield has these black lines on the inside, so you can put those if you want. It's not real important, but if you're trying to draw just like Garfield. Now, we're going to go down below his little nose here. We're going to make a little dot here, and we're going to make a little dot here, because we've got to make his kind of squished head. And it goes right from about the middle of the ear. It's going to come down, and then it kind of flattens out and comes to that dot. And we're going to come to this side, and we're going to come down, and we're going to flatten it out, just like that. Now we're going to make those little tough lines right there. And now Garfield has three little whiskers that are right up here, and they're kind of thicker on the end. So I just kind of go out, loop back, go out, and loop back, just like that. Okay? Now, we're going to go right about here, and we're going to make he's always kind of out of shape. So we're going to come down, and we're going to draw his little tummy like that. Okay? We're going to draw that situation right there. Now, under this little tuft, I'm going to come right about here, and I'm going to draw a curved line like that. Now, from here, I'm going to draw a curved line coming the other way, just like that for one. So I curve this way, then that way. Now I'm going to come back up here and draw one of his fingers there, and then his last little finger we're going to draw comes all the way around like that. So I just drew a curve down. Let's put that little tuft right there, that little fold of skin. Now, once we've drawn his little finger here, we're going to come up with the back of his paw like that, just kind of coming up like a hook. And then we're going to draw the last part of his arm coming up with that little fold of skin. Now, coming from back up here on the head, we're going to go right here. We're going to do a little, he's got kind of like a little bump or a fold. And then the back part, it's going to come around, and we're going to pretend that it jumps behind or jumps over that hand. So I did one bump, two, coming down. Now, we're going to go right about here where his last finger that we drew is, and we're going to draw this curved line and his little heel like that. So I'm curving down and coming back. Okay, now I'm going to go about on where that first finger was, and I'm going to draw a curve for his leg, and then I'm going to do a little bump. And now he's got kind of a big foot, so I'm going to draw that curved line around. I went a little too low, but that's okay. And then I'm going to put 1, 2. Okay? Now he's got his other leg. We're going to leave a gap, and we're going to come down and do his curve. That's going to go behind that foot. Then we're going to come down and do another leg, but it's not going to go all the way down. And then remember this little bump, we're going to go a little bump like that, and then we're going to make his big foot coming back and around. There we go. And then I like how his tail is, because we're going to go just about where this finger is, and we're going to draw a curved line down, not all the way down, and then I'm going to do one curve, and now his little tail that comes around like it's kind of sitting on the ground. Okay? Now, one big thing about Garfield is I'm going to go back up here, and I'm going to just, if you have a Sharpie, and it gets a little smaller, so he's got these little stripes, and so all I do is I draw some lines, and they get smaller as they go, just like this, and just like this, and I'm going to draw a little bit more, and then I'm going to go here, and then I'm going to go here, and then I'm going to draw some more little lines, and it just gets a little smaller as I go. I start off with lines. I go like this. I'm going to draw just like this, and then at the end he's got his little thing. So once I get that, I'm going to go ahead, and now I can draw some ground or background or whatever I want to draw in there. And there we have it. There's Garfield. And if you colored it in, draw some background, maybe say I miss you, I love you on it, and sign it and send it to your grandparents or whoever you would like, that would be awesome. And then you will have done a drawing that I remember quite fondly is of Garfield. So I hope you enjoyed this version of Drawing of the Day. Have an outstanding day, and remember, art is essential.